Crazy from the Heat, episode 86.
Hey, 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 here I go now. You know that song too?
Oh, yeah.
Great song.
Good song.
What's up, boys?
What's happening?
How you doing?
It's a good day to...
I fucking knew. I swear to fucking... I knew.
Anyways, it's a good day to be me.
I knew the
ripping it open.
second. I knew too. I had a night like I had a vision yesterday that it was going to happen, and I was just like, I'm sure it's not going to happen right off the bat, so I can kind of hop in and maybe mediate that. But no, I didn't have the ability to at all.
No.
I'm just thankful to be me.
Yeah, I get it.
That's all.
Speaking of you, this is AJ Good from House of Masks, everybody.
Hey.
How you doing, man? A lot's been going on the past couple of weeks for you.
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
Crazy, and it keeps coming, too.
You got more shit?
Yeah, I found out, I got a FaceTime from Sid 2 days ago, and he was like, we were, talking about Knotfest, Iowa and stuff, and he was like, why don't you just stay with me? Because, that's the last show of the thing, and he was like, yeah, I can tell. He's like, I'll take you to all the historic Slipknot spots in Iowa. Like, when we're done, we'll get content there. He's like, I'll take you to the costume shop that we got our stuff from, and, where we signed our first deal with Roadrunner, and...
Dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's insane,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, Tyler's wedding in October in Vegas. Louder Than Life because of the Till Lindemann stuff.
Oh yeah, did you tell him about it,
I didn't.
No.
dude?
I got a random phone number through DM, and they were like, hey, hit me up. So I'm like, all right. So I text them because I knew who they were. It's the keyboardist of Rammstein.
No shit.
Yeah, he's like,
That
hey.
would be somebody. I mean, I don't know the guy, but he seems like the weirdest one in the group, so he seems like he would.
Yeah, super sick. He's like, I've been watching your stuff forever. We'd love to link up. Are any of these shows close to you? And I was like, well, Lexington's about the closest. And he's like, well, if you can make it down, we'll make sure that something cool happens. I'm like,
That's insane.
Hell yeah.
That's insane. I've been a Rammstein fan since I don't know,
Yeah.
97 or some shit.
dude, the guys. Till is the guy.
That's so fucking sick.
Genius.
So this is AJ with House of Masks. House of Masks is a wild everything
Blowing
right now.
up.
Now it's everything. So if you want to explain, really, you've explained this shit so many times, but
Yeah, but I still don't know what it is,
I get what you mean.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
I mean, it makes sense.
it's a physical location it's a physical museum of all things mask. So obviously, the big draw is Slipknot stuff.
Yeah,
I have Guar stuff, Buckethead stuff, so a lot of music related stuff. But I also have slashers and horror video game related things and vintage gas masks, yada yada yada. So it's the world's biggest mask collection for sure. But on top of that, it's also an online entity. So I have a YouTube channel that's started is all based around the collection. Bless you.
Sorry.
Fucking rude, dude.
Anything for attention? I'm just like, it's not on me.
what
Yeah.
about me now?
I'm over here just telling my life story, and you're sneezing on me. Ugh. Yeah. So I got a YouTube channel that was mostly based around the collection for a long time, and then that led to other stuff, vlogs and different interviews with musicians and whatever else, convention stuff. And now we have found a way to kind of take everything House of Masks related and turn it into a festival, which you guys are familiar with, and
it's insane. It's
that's just
fucking
becoming
massive.
its own thing entirely. So
That in itself is another thing. Yeah, it's literally its own thing.
yeah,
It's its own fucking thing.
yeah,
It's huge.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
and this year's you guys know, but
Yeah,
it's
I can't fucking wait.
I don't even know what to say about it.
It
Yeah.
changes everything. I mean, I don't even know where to start on that. I mean, that's fucking something in its own. To where it's last year's was so fucking sick,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing everything come out, people coming out from fucking everywhere, and just everybody having a great fucking time.
Yeah.
And this year it's about to be huge.
Yeah,
It gives me the vibes of by the way, that fuzz is still going.
Yeah, it's coming from yours.
Yeah. So
Also, you're cutting in and out.
Is that going to be all right, Nick? I mean, will you be able to? You think you'll be able to get rid of that? Okay. Yeah, but anyway, like it's real fucking crazy to see it because like Des Moines is such a small place, and they created something real fucking crazy there, and then you stuck this, you kept it in Chillicothe, and it's like Chillicothe's very combative about it for some fucking reason.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know why.
Yeah, I
Dude,
don't know.
I don't fucking know why.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Well, I mean, it's not the first time that they've combated anything new happening in Chillicothe.
Yeah.
Right.
It's because it's not a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
I really I cannot imagine. Like I've looked up the information about like from like the visitors bureau and shit. It brings more money than the rodeo brought. Because and I think it's solely because of the hotel stuff. Like a lot of those dudes would stay out there. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that we bring more people than the rodeo.
No.
by
I
any
get
means.
what you mean though.
And now there's like the Airbnb thing, which a lot of our friends have Airbnbs, so and like they're already thanking me for those Airbnbs getting full and stuff. So the shitbag cosplay bikers that were coming in town weren't actually spending their money in town, whereas the people that are coming here are spending their money. So
Right.
the only reason that I can think that the city of Chillicothe isn't reaching out to me at this point is because it's a non-alcohol based event.
Do you
Like,
think
we don't even have alcohol on the floor.
Right. Do you think it's because they can't make money off of it, or?
It
Well-
would be dumb for them to think that they couldn't. They just can't do it with alcohol. Just do
Right.
it with something else.
But that's what's weird is that, and other than it being a local alcohol establishment, the city of Chillicothe doesn't make money off of the alcohol
Yeah.
itself anyway.
Right.
Other than, like, I mean,
Whenever they put on
your
sponsored
permit
events.
wouldn't be a city permit to get the liquor license. It would
Yeah.
be a state permit, like, and stuff like that. Like, and I believe you. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
on that side, but it's just weird that's the fucking case. Then it's more of it just being just an alcohol in general, not even a money thing.
It might not be the case, but they are very pushy of all that stuff, and they've never reached out to me. And it's I don't know if they just see the artwork and they're like, oh, like it's like cringy, satanic, nudity, but like we don't do any of that.
Right.
We make sure that the vendors have nothing satanic, no nudity, no drug or alcohol related stuff. It's a
Yeah.
super family friendly event
Yeah.
until, and the only reason we give this warning for the concert aspect is because we don't want a kid to get beat up in the pit or something,
Right.
So we say like, hey, this is not a child friendly thing. If you want to bring your kids, just make sure that you're supervising them, but that's at your own risk. And that's only because concerts are intense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
it's not because we're like, yeah, you got like strippers on the side of the stage like a fucking Kid Rock show or something. It's just
Right.
because
It's not vulgar. It's more
Yeah.
of just like that's just any type of like.
It's just common sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't get it. I don't plan on taking it out of Chillicothe. We obviously could. We could take it to Columbus and make like a lot more money and have a lot bigger whatever. But I've always said that I feel like Chillicothe is just as important to it as masks.
Right.
So,
Yeah, and as much as it's like, you're not getting the support from Chillicothe, you can be bigger than Chillicothe itself while being in Chillicothe.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck you guys.
yeah.
Get out of here. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? Don't put my name on any of your shit. And
Exactly.
Sell your shit with my name on it.
Yeah.
And we won't do the fucking same.
And that's
See ya.
why individually I fuck with the people that still fuck with it because 50 West shows us love every year.
Yeah,
And
they
let us
do.
whatever
Yeah,
we
yeah.
want. So I make sure to push 50 West, and that's why, we couldn't necessarily have an event at 50 West this year. So we made an event to have at 50 West this year just to sell their food, and obviously there are going to be people that show up to this that want to drink.
Yeah.
So at that dinner with the vendors,
Yep.
they can drink all they want.
Yeah.
So, I if you show me love, I'll show you love. But if you don't, and then in 3 years when this thing is bigger than Chillicothe,
Yeah.
and you're like, what's his fucking name that sings? Tyler Childers. You don't Tyler Childers me. Don't
Exactly.
pretend that you were there
Right.
because
Right.
we're gonna make fun of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. And I'm vocal on that.
Yeah.
I've been vocal on the Tyler Childers. thing
Yeah,
So much. Like so many fucking people.
it's a verb now.
Yeah.
You just got Tyler Childers.
yeah.
You just got children.
There's
Yeah.
so many people, and it happens so much around here. I mean, just with music, music's an easy one because you can lie.
Mm-hmm.
You can, I was here. But if I was here and saw 7 people there, I know you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of you guys in this room have been there for the event, so
Yeah.
you'll know too. It's
Yeah.
not like whatever. You guys can't hide. That's all I'm saying.
I'm right there with you. Whatever. Hey, support whatever. if you guys want to support, but at the same time, don't act like you.
And
were
don't be
there.
frowning upon. Don't be putting your nose up.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I think bothers me more than just
Oh,
not
yeah.
support is putting your nose up at it when. I knew it. I knew it.
You
I keep
think-
throwing the
you
bear
put
trap
that
down
out
and walking
there.
right into it myself.
You threw that bait.
I didn't
that
think
was the
about it.
slowest pitch across the plate.
I know. I'm way quicker than that. I am
What?
way fucking quicker
Wait,
than that.
No.
All right. Yeah, no, I get it though. but it's like we talked about. It's because they don't have a thing. They don't have something that they love.
Yeah.
Well, I just don't. I hate the idea of not supporting something like that.
Right.
I hate the idea of not supporting anything that is going to have something really for kids to do.
Positive
I
impact
mean,
too,
and it's
dude.
for adults too, obviously.
Yeah.
But like for kids to do, there is nothing. There's nothing. Like, and it also, I'm all for anything that's going to add to creativity, and this is one of the most creative things out there. I mean,
It's so fucking different, and nobody has
but
it.
if you're
but
against
here.
it, you're a
But-
fucking asshole.
It makes fucking sense because where was that person? The hater, where was that person? They were doing nothing. So
Yeah.
clearly they're fine with doing nothing. They're still doing nothing, and they
Right.
want everyone else to be doing nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's 100% true. I
Yeah.
mean, absolutely.
I fully believe that a lot of it is, one, people don't want things to happen that are unique and different because they don't want to be looked at like, well, check.
Check,
Like-
check.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not cutting out anymore.
Okay. Yeah, the noise.
Whatever,
thing
we'll
was
just deal
cutting
with the
it.
noise. Damn. Okay, so
It's all right. It gave me time to think about what I was going to bitch about. So,
Okay.
is it fuzzy or
that's,
anything?
it's at least your noise, your voice is better.
Is
You're
it
not. You've been cutting in and out, so
Okay.
you're at least.
I'm
So
gonna take
fuck
these
it, whatever. I won't, because I've been focusing on that the whole time. So I feel like I've been out of the conversation.
Okay, so like,
Fuck it.
here's why. I truly think, and I really do. This is not like joking. I think a lot of these people, they don't want things to happen around here. We've bitched about it a lot. They don't want things to happen around here because people look at them like, well, you guys run this stuff. Why aren't you doing more?
Yeah.
And I really do think that they don't want anything, literally anything, in
Dude,
this town.
I mean, look at Gus Macker.
Yeah, they got
And I
pissed
think we
about
talked about it on
Yeah.
here whenever they had announced it, and I was bitching about it. It was along the same lines about like I was getting pissed about people not wanting things to happen. And a lot of them bitching were the ones that were the businesses because they're saying that they're not getting any profits those days, whatever. There's no way that you're losing by that many people walking in front of your business every day. Like
Yeah.
that many people, more people realize that
They don't bitch about the feast.
They did this year. They
they
wanted,
bitch about
wanted
it?
it shut down.
So they just don't want nothing.
Yeah, they don't want anything that involved at all. And there's no way that somebody didn't walk by like Jesse's place and say, "Oh my God, we have a record store. I'll have
Right.
to come back next week
Yeah.
to that."
Right.
You probably got a customer that way, like, and also it's on most of these things are Saturdays and Sundays,
Yeah.
and those are people that they're bitching about not having business when they're not open on Sundays anyway. They're open till noon on Saturday.
Yeah.
That's showing that it's just somebody who doesn't want that thing to happen.
Yeah.
In general, and they want to use the excuse of not having business that day.
Well, you can super not bitch about my event because it's always at a private spot.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking taking business away from anybody.
The thing that really is fucking wild is that so you're obviously not an outsider. You're from here and you actually support Chillicothe more than fucking probably anybody. I feel like they look at you as an outsider because the way that they treat people like our friends that own a bar,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, Chillicothe treats them like fucking shit. Literally wants to drive them out of town.
Yeah.
Just because they're not from here.
And it's super obvious with it.
Yeah. What they did to us.
All the way down to, to police.
Yeah.
I mean,
like they're
and-
literally like
and,
trying.
Yeah,
to-
with us. I mean,
They
we
didn't want
never
us.
had any support whatsoever from
we literally
that
paid into the
group of
chamber.
people. Yeah.
We paid into the Chamber of Commerce and they wouldn't advertise our stuff.
Yeah. There was a woman around town at that same time that had this little fucking whatever Facebook page, was talking about things happening around Chillicothe,
Yeah.
new businesses in Chillicothe. She would walk by the place all the time and never once stopped in and talked to us whatsoever. Not even a hey, how are you? Nothing. After we closed down, she did a spotlight on a business that was a cricket T-shirt thing.
Yeah.
So it was just vinyl presses on somebody else's designs on one-off whatever
Didn't
T-shirts
she-
that every housewife ever has.
Yeah, like not
and-
without my morning coffee shirts and stupid
yeah,
shit.
you know, tacos and beer first or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Like,
my kid's a fucking bitch.
and
You
it's
know what's
like,
crazy to me is like we make the joke all the time about how many like boutiques and shit, but like how though? How the fuck?
rich people's
Rich
wives that need
wives.
something to do.
Because they're fucking bored.
So
they're
they're
not
not
even worried
even. They
about
don't have to
profit.
worry. It's a hobby for them. then. They
Yeah.
don't have to worry about
1
making money.
Fucking 1000%. dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for solving that for me.
Yeah. No, we. I know that sounds real shitty. We're not hating on anybody. People that do like us, but
I am.
yeah.
That's fucking rustic, dude.
Yeah. yeah.
Feel free because
Yeah.
it's your guys' thing.
No, we don't give a
You
fuck,
can
dude.
bleep whatever you're not comfortable with me
Dude,
saying.
No, I don't
We-
like editing anything.
Yeah,
All right.
we literally did like a 20-minute segment on fucking Santa Claus getting assassinated like JFK. And it was just like a fucking serious conversation. It was a joke, and then it turned into like boom, fucking.
Yeah.
So we talk about people getting assassinated and shit like it's no big deal.
Yeah, but you're talking about Santa Claus. I'm talking about a dude that's 2 blocks away from me.
Yeah. Same
it's
thing
all
though.
right.
Same
Yeah,
thing.
same thing. He's not real.
He ain't real.
Not that I have any problem with talking shit about any of them, but on one of the things I want to get through on this podcast is the good shit, so that we promote the place.
That's true. That's
so,
true.
like, since and we had issues getting this podcast out. If you're hearing this, it was a successful one.
We have a
Thank you.
whole fucking.
But I'm glad actually that it kind of pushed back a little bit because some things had unfolded. We'll talk about like Sonic Temple and all that. But I don't know if you had announced the Battle of the Bands part yet.
I don't think I
At
had.
the time
You
of that-
haven't,
No.
dude. Fuck yeah. No, that's
so
important.
I want to get to the bottom of that, like the info with that and all that too.
Because this
So
is band culture type shit.
a lot of
too.
people listening to our shit are about that stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
I want to go through actually the things that are going on with the fest and all that, just
Yeah.
to promote that and get that shit out there. And I mean, fuck anybody who doesn't support it. But
Yeah. yeah, dude. Fucking. So obviously, the whole like incorporating live music into it started with the separate event Thanksgiving, and Josh was the first person I hit up because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I just had this giant weight placed on my shoulders by Sid, and I was like, I can't fuck this up. And Richter was all about it too. So he helped me a whole bunch, and then we were like, okay, so like we had just done Palefest, and there was no music, and then we did Thanksgiving, and instead of trying to do 2 events per year, it made more sense to have a bigger draw from people that were already coming to Palefest, and we'll just do live music at Palefest. We'll get a more legit venue, which was the Elks. But even then, it was like, you know, how many musician friends do we have that were hitting me up like, dude,
Oh,
Mike, if you
dude.
need
Yeah.
bands to play at Palefest, I'm like, like Bather is like an anomaly and an exception to the thing because we mostly do theatrical music because the festival is a mask-based festival at the very core, and that's only because like that's my local dudes that they fucking help with Thanksgiving, yada yada, and then somehow you guys outperform the mask bands. Everybody's favorite show of the weekend is always Bather, so we were like this year like we all miss.
You hear
fucking
that Metal Blade?
Yeah, yeah. We all miss Middle Grounds. We all miss fucking
Right.
Battle of the Bands, which we used to have at the venue that we're fucking having.
that's
Palefest.
what's sick. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like that used to be
That's
the location
right.
for
I
it.
fucking
Yeah.
forgot about that, dude.
And I've been super about the DIY stuff since
Yeah.
the Thanksgiving show. So me and Bishop both were like, let's fucking do a Battle of the Bands, dude. We'll have these people enter, and we'll give them really legitimate, solid prizes. And it'll just be fucking great to see music in Chillicothe again that isn't the same cover set on an acoustic guitar at the same 6 bars in front of the same 6 drunks. And
yeah, it's true.
it'll
It's
just
true.
be fucking sick, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, and sometimes I undersell shit a lot. Like I wasn't super stoked about the wrestling part last year, and then I watched it, and it was one of my favorite fucking moments. Like,
Was
it
it
was
cool? 'Cause
so
I didn't get
cool
to
and
see it.
entertaining, yeah, and fun. And that's kind of, I was like, man, this is gonna be a flop. No one's gonna care about it. Yada yada yada. Before we even fucking made the announcement video, we had spots filling. I don't know how these people knew that the thing on the website was live. We never announced it.
No shit.
Yeah, so by the day that the video is out, we had enough bands to fill the thing. So now we can pick and choose like who's gonna be the best.
Were these
thing or whatever,
motherfuckers
so.
just kind of stalking the site waiting for a new announcement?
Dude, it had to be. It
Do you
was
remember doing that with
weird.
Slipknot shit though?
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
they did it on 2005 when they
Yeah.
were releasing the website
yeah.
for the new record?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they would do this thing where like you just had to go check every once in a while. It'd be like little,
You had to click stuff that you didn't think
yeah,
was clickable.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the turnout already is fucking sick, and then I think seeing that go down is going to be even fucking cooler because, dude, and it's not just Chillicothe people signing up. We have people fucking from like London.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
I saw a literal fucking
Not
a
London,
Kickstarter.
Ohio.
No.
Yeah, let's not even from Chillicothe, but fucking Waverly,
One in
dude.
England. Yeah, they put up a what do you call it? Like the thing where they raise money to get
Oh
their
yeah,
name?
like a GoFundMe.
Yeah, GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So it's gonna be cool as shit. There was a band, one of the first bands that signed up without us even announcing it, was a band called Blue Tongue from Kentucky, and I was like, man, that sounds familiar. So I looked them up, and they opened for Crypta on that last tour, and I was like,
that's
I fucking
sick.
knew I wasn't making that up. And they're like full-on black metal, corpse paint, fucking leather
That's
jackets, all the shit.
sick.
So. And then so like the prize things I think is important to talk about too because
Yeah, it's the incentive too.
yeah, you get $1,000 if you win, which is cool. But the coolest thing is you get to open for the big legit bands the next night, Saturday night, and then you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
We literally have Grammy award-winning metal artists at these events, and I've seen that change people's shit before.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So-
you come in, you fucking perform.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it can be life changing like that.
Yeah, and we're having a completely custom stage built. It's like $5,000 to rent a stage. We were like, fuck that. We're just gonna build one
Oh, dude, yeah.
and make it look sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah.
So the content that you'll get, like these dudes are gonna be able to shoot their own music video if they want to, based on a 3-song performance, just because the place is gonna look so cool, and it'll be in my shit, and you're gonna be broadcast to 180,000 people that might not be at the event. So
Yeah.
the whole thing is just a super win-win. Like if Sid is watching your band and he's into it, you might be the next band that ends up on his new label. So
Yeah.
I mean, I was at a show with Greg Tribbett from Mudvayne last summer, and we liked the opening band a lot. So we went into the green room, we're talking to him, and the vocalist was like, I think Greg was like, so what label are you guys on? And she was like, oh, we're not on a label, we're all like independent or whatever. And he was like, holy shit, we got to talk. And now they're on Napalm.
That's insane.
Just saying.
That's so insane.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, you just never know. I mean, it's so
Yeah.
sick. Just that opportunity, and even if you don't, walk away with something like that, it still was in. It's 6. How many bands you doing?
10.
10 bands.
That's
I
so
got
fucking
stuck on that 6
wild,
number.
dude.
10 bands. So as big as that is, it's also small enough to where even if you don't walk away with something, like you instilled something in a lot of people's brains. Hey,
Oh, yeah.
I saw you here, so if you're close to me in fucking Missouri, I'm going to probably go and see you
Yeah.
Dude,
because of that.
and also think about this aspect of it. You watch me struggle with it constantly. Is booking a tour DIY with zero connections, dude. Making the connections with other bands that you just so happen to be playing with because it's a battle of the bands.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, we're doing a weekend run, and you're from Cleveland or you're from fucking Jersey or whatever. Well, we need a fucking Jersey show coming up.
Yeah.
That is one of the most that's a currency that you have to have when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the connections to help with DIY booking, because it's so hard to get emails respond to people. But I mean, dude, you're fucking presenting your band in front of these people. And it's like, oh, this band's sick, like you said.
Yeah.
But like on the local level, it's like, well, we'll get these motherfuckers. Let's try to get them to play where we're from. I know it's fucking not even in Ohio, but and that's that's something that is so fucking important. I didn't realize we were gonna have that many bands.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
We want to start it early, like 2, and run it until it's your guys' like headlining time.
Sick.
Another thing is, I know how loyal these kids are. Not even kids, dude. The adults that come to this shit are super supportive.
Look at that
forever.
fucking crowd that was at when we were played last year. Dude, I have video footage that I shot from the balcony of the Elks Lodge, and it's looking down, and it's a fucking sea of people.
Yeah.
That's the most people that I have ever played to in my entire life.
Yeah.
Ever.
And you'll have them forever, dude. Like, I guarantee that, I don't know how many, but every time you post something on Instagram, you'll get likes from those people.
For sure.
Every time you fucking release something, they'll go buy it. They're just about it, dude.
The
And
amount
I say
of-
kids because, every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, yeah, like the teens that are coming out to this. But it's like, it's the teens and their fucking parents are
Oh, yeah.
just as cool. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
It's sick. I'm about it. I think that's such a huge addition, and it's already this year's going to be huge anyway.
Yeah.
The stuff you've already added to it, and now adding that is just it's like
Insane. It's going to be
like cherry
fucking
on top
nuts.
of it. It's
Yeah.
just boom.
I can't wait.
I'm so glad that we do have some time from here to then, because it's going to be, it's a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot. So I know I need to get, for me personally, I need to get my head in the game like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
because we're playing like some new shit. Like,
Yeah, dude. You never know what kind of Grammy award
Probably
winning
should've
artist
brought
you're going to
that
be
up.
playing.
Exactly,
in front
dude.
yeah,
Hey, remember that time Sid Wilson filmed your band and put it on Instagram?
dude, think about
No
think
shit.
about shit this way. This is coming from my point of view, and I think I told AJ this too. If we wouldn't have been able to play Thanksgiving, we wouldn't have been the next year been able to do a fucking cover set with Jay Weinberg on drums.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not one of those guys that says that fucking things are supposed to happen kind of thing, but sometimes things just fucking happen. Like, and that was mind-blowing situation. That was a fucking mind-blowing situation. Like,
Yeah, I mean, just it falling into play like that a week out.
dude,
Yeah, what the
we were
fuck?
talking about that the other night, and it was just like, because we had this like big talk about it, and I was like, I'm so glad that we are the way we are as far as like having like passion for something, because I couldn't imagine just not loving something so fucking much, so much that even when it's something like, it's not like we got like a label out of that or we got something out of it other than the fulfillment of like, holy fuck, man, I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's such an important fucking thing. And I know people in this town, and I meant that to everybody, dude. The people that were there just fucking watching the show, losing their fucking mind. They're still talking about last year's event now. Dude, we still get messages. Bather gets fucking messages and shit from people when we put stuff up asking for when our merch store is going to be back up, because we sold out of all of our shit at fucking Palefest last year. We get messages weekly. Hey, when are you guys going to put your, because we had to take our shit down because we didn't get any new
Yeah.
merch yet.
Yeah.
People asking to buy merch and shit because they seen us last year or they heard about it and didn't get to see us.
Yeah.
And we sold out of everything. We have nothing left from last year.
Sick.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, I get it, because I mean, I'm not in a band or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching side stage, but for one thing, like, that's cemented in my history now, which
Yeah.
is fucking awesome, and it's all thanks to Jay and you guys for throwing that together. But the full circle shit is really what I'm all about now. Like, I could give a fuck about the money that I make or
Right.
whatever. But watching Shipley go up and do the last couple of songs, like,
Yeah.
he's the dude that got me into all this.
He killed it, dude. He
And to watch that
fucking
happen and to
killed
know, like, one, how nervous he was, but then after, just like how fucking, like, he's like, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
He was
Like, I
like
can't fucking believe it happened.
it's rad because he was like a part of the fucking band. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, he did those like last 3 songs with us, but he was a part of the working machine of that night, and he was literally a part of the fucking team.
The Misfits, dude.
The Misfits, yeah, dude. Yeah, the bitch
So
fits.
sick. So sick.
It was wild because, yeah, man, like we talked the other night about it, like sitting out there like after our set and we're all fucking winded, sweaty. It was like me, you, Brian, you were out there, and the band was out there, and we're just kind of like blowing off steam, like just kind of looking at each other, what the fuck, and like Jay was out there, like, you know, resting up and everything, and Shipley's out there, and it's just like, okay, we did it.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
fuck just happened?
What the fuck just happened, dude?
How'd we pull that off?
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know that for Jay, it was more, I'm sure, more of like, that was fucking awesome because it was fun. For the rest of us, it was like, we were so fucking nervous. We got on stage and we played, dude, and I didn't, this is so fucking lame to say, but I just turned it on.
Yeah.
We all turned it on. And then afterwards, it was a relief, but it was like a fucking rush of this thing, like,
Well,
I wish I could feel this every day, all day, every day.
Yeah.
I can't speak for Jay, obviously, but he was nervous beforehand.
You think so?
Right beforehand,
Probably because of
he
me.
was. He was like,
'Cause he
getting,
doesn't
like
forget
he was
shit.
like jittery and stuff, and he was like talking, and he said something about how like he mentioned something about like having nerves, and he's like, this is like nothing, but like I have nerves going in
Yeah.
here.
The
And I
dudes
think
are
Justin or
fucking-
somebody had agreed, was like said something to him. Like
Yeah.
about like how crazy that is, that it doesn't go away, and he's
Yeah.
like, just obviously last minute stuff,
Yeah.
with it being a Misfits cover thing, and I think he was worried that he was going to mess it up because it was on a different nervous.
That motherfucker showed up, practiced 3 songs.
Yeah.
And he showed up and just nailed it off of memory. I'm just like,
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, I totally could see that because he really fucking cares. He's
Yeah.
like a true artist. and
Yeah.
he is just like about the shit, man.
Yeah.
Like he's about it. So yeah, I can see that.
I think
for sure.
I think there was a relief on him too afterwards. It was like,
Another
also
cool
you
thing-
can't. You're putting your name out there as being you are Jay, and if you
Yeah.
mess it up in front of this crowd, like
Yeah.
they're gonna be like,
I like the shit about this too. Is like that kind of stuff is once in a lifetime. That will
Yeah.
That'll never
literally
happen
never
again.
happen
Yeah.
again.
Never
Thanks
happen
killing
again.
will never happen again. And like I get to go do a bunch of cool shit, like guest vocals with Swollen Teeth, or do shit with Cancer Christ. And I'm like, okay, like next time they're around, I'll do that again. That shit'll never happen
Never.
again.
No.
So
Especially now, talk about like a freak coincidence that, you know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
That in particular,
yeah,
yeah,
dude, like I watched that video and I'm just like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because I still don't really make
Yeah.
sense in my brain yet
yeah,
because of how like unexpected one, because we had 4 days?
yeah,
4 days to learn the shit. And how well it went over, how much everybody was into it.
yeah.
And the production side with Jay having the idea of doing the intro sample, that working out fucking awesome. You
Dude.
jumping into the crowd. Like
Yep.
it just
It's the
ha-
whole dude, and I think about that all the
Dude.
time. I think about the music hitting and
Yeah.
Jay going, "All right, go."
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
in this fucking
Directed the
suit that
show.
he gave me, and I'm like, "Oh God!" And I'm like, "Yeah, I had literally already seen you guys do your set fucking 10 minutes before
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
so I knew people were out there, but I'm still walking in like, fuck, I hope there's people here." And then I walk on the stage, I'm like, it really is a sea. We had to fucking push booths back and take them out and shit.
yeah.
So sick. So
Dude, I was so worried before that because I was like, wait a minute. Where are these booths going to go?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how we can't fit these kids in. Right
Yeah.
here. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, wait, what the fuck? And
How
then
did we
luckily it was
fucking
able
pull
to
that off?
happen.
I'm very proud of Palefest.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm super proud of you, dude. I'm super proud of everybody that had their hand in it. Like
Yeah.
it was, and a part of me is like, you know what? If the people around here don't fucking want it, they don't get it anyway. They
Exactly.
don't get it. They
Yeah,
don't
whatever.
fucking get it.
Fuck off.
Palefest in itself was a community fucking effort.
We just brought a community to the community.
Exactly. No, literally.
That's it.
Yeah.
And you guys, dude, watching, standing outside, pulling up there, unloading, and watching Bishop out there just kind of directed people where to go, what to do, where to go, how everything was so in place. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm glad that it happened, even though I was like, in my head, I was like, man, I wish this was been going on forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I would rather it happen now that we're older and adults and can do that than kind of like not really get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, it's wild because it's seeing the start of something, because it's like, okay, well, this is going to keep happening.
Yeah.
And it's the sky's the fucking limit.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's,
it really is. You've built something more.
Yeah.
You know,
Every year it
time
gets bigger, bigger, bigger.
Every time. And I mean, not to mention you created a scene that I don't want to say wasn't there. It was there, but more people are into that scene now than ever.
Yeah.
And it is on your shoulders. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
is there obviously there's a million other people that are into it, that collect, you know, 3 to 4 pieces or whatever, and they follow certain things for content, but you created a marketplace for them.
Yeah.
Like, and now this where they can all meet up and do their thing, and adding the other avenues of media involved into it. It's
Yeah.
created like a fucking movement of whatever that is.
it's a whole thing, dude.
Well, I'll tell you,
Can't say
like,
what it is, and it is what it is.
Right.
so Bishop is a huge force that doesn't get credited as much because he's not so much a face as much as like a businessman, and he's a really fucking smart dude. And we come from 2 completely different backgrounds. Like, he's from California. He was fucking gang affiliated. He's a fucking convicted felon. Like,
Yeah.
he is from the dirt in a different sense that I'm from the dirt. But the dude fucking completely changed his life around. Moved here to be closer to me. Lives in like a fucking mansion now. Has the cutest little baby. A happy fucking marriage. He's just like the guy, right? So he's got the life that he wants and he loves it. And it's because he did it. Right?
Yeah.
So, and I feel the same way with my shit. It's like, grew up pretty poor. Parents didn't make the greatest decisions. And I was raised by my pop culture.
Yeah.
Like, Slipknot was my uncle, and Guar was my uncle, and they all have that same fucking mentality. Like, Slipknot punched their way through the industry. They were never supposed to be
Yeah.
what they are, and they got to the point where they were winning Grammys, and fucking Corey Taylor's like breaking his Grammys and shit, because who gives a fuck about that?
Right.
We proved ourselves fucking 15 years ago when, you know, whatever. So that's the mentality that I have to have with the city not giving a shit,
Yeah.
or these locals that want to throw a fit about stuff or whatever it is. It's like, it's gonna happen, and you're either gonna fucking like I guess there's 3 options. I'm gonna run your ass over. You're gonna just fucking stay out of the way, or you're gonna be on the fucking train with me.
Right, right.
And I have a feeling that a lot of these folks aren't gonna be on the train until the train's already run them over. But
I totally
whatever.
agree. I mean, that's how I look at it, and it's a big motivating factor from you guys.
Mhm.
But with this whole thing here, like, you know, it's like we're here regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna keep on going until we can go and make it.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be here? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We went
Are
from my
taking the
attic-
steps? Yeah, we're in a
Yeah.
fucking studio right now.
Yeah, we went from my attic to a studio, and we have plans for travel, like doing our own basic, like basically like a travel show podcast.
Yeah,
like-
essentially touring.
Yeah.
Like that shit. Well, and also a live podcast.
Live podcast.
At Palefest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like stuff like that. And it's like, I listen to that story and I'm like, yeah, I fucking get it. And if you're not in the corner, who cares?
Right.
Yeah.
Who
Weed
cares,
'em out,
man?
dude.
You don't get to go and talk about. I have people that come up and tell me all the time that they listen to my podcast and they can't even talk about what we talk about.
Yeah.
They can't talk about the last 10 podcasts because they listen to one fucking whatever.
And they want to make a lot of these people too, like whenever they do fucking cave and they do support, they still want to make it about them somehow.
Yeah.
Just enjoy something.
Yeah.
It's not about you, dude. The Tyler Childers thing.
yeah.
Well, you know, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
No,
you
you
didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't even
full
at the
of shit.
show.
Yeah.
I didn't know he existed.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm
It's just-
saying? Like,
Yeah. It is what it is. And it's like,
yeah.
we're going to keep on plugging away.
That's how it
Because
was.
of
Even
watching
with my
this.
channel, like.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Dude,
Dude, that was what I was going to ask you. Sorry. That was exactly what I was going to ask you. When did you fucking start that channel? It was like 10 years ago or something
Yeah,
crazy.
it's like right
wasn't it?
around 10 years.
It was because you and Matt almost started at the same time, right?
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that was a career option.
I didn't fucking know either.
know?
Wish I would have known. God damn
Yeah,
it.
I didn't find that out. I didn't find that out till like fucking like 2016, and it was like that meme like, you guys are getting paid or whatever, or there's ice cream or whatever that fucking meme is. Like one of my friends was like, I made $24 off of YouTube this month, and I was like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
he's like, you're not he's like, you have way more shit than I do. Like you probably get a couple $100. And then yeah, I ran through that or whatever, and so like 2016 is when it became like a
Right.
channel. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But yeah, again, like no one gave a fuck. They thought that was just like the dorky shit that it was my whole life or whatever.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden,
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I want to buy that shirt. I want to fucking, blah blah. And I appreciate the support and shit. I just think it's funny. I got fucking picked on my whole life.
Yeah.
Right, right.
And I think that's lame too, because I don't even see bullying. Like when I was in school, I didn't really see bullying.
Yeah.
I was just on the phone with my mom the other day, and there was this kid, AJ Thomas, that lived across the street from my grandparents. So I'd stay there like all summer. And dude, him and his brother and their friends would fucking pickle me so bad for listening to Slipknot.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
is that real? Did
Yeah.
I make that up? Because
Yeah.
like, how do you get picked on for listening to certain music?
No
But it fucking
shit.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just glad I never fucking caved and, like, didn't just be myself. Like all the weird shit and being a fucking weirdo kid that was like 8 and like carrying a gas mask around and shit. Like,
Yeah.
that shit
Yeah.
paid off, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a big thing for the followers of yours.
Yeah.
The kids that go. Like,
That's
fuck those
true.
people. Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck the people that are
Dude.
inevitably going to be an
Ma-
insurance
are you gonna
salesman.
talk about the photo?
Yeah. That's
Dude,
exa-
fuck yeah.
Yeah, you bring it up.
do
You,
it.
no, you started.
No, you.
this.
No, you.
No, you, dude.
Yeah. Dude, yeah, there's this girl, Madison from like Delaware or some shit. New Hampshire. That's
New
what it
Hampshire.
is, yeah.
Oh, she's a Hampshire?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And she
Shout
fucking-
out to fucking Madison from New Hampshire.
She said something about wearing corpse paint for her senior photos, and I was like, please fucking do that. That'd be sick as fuck.
Dude.
And sure as shit, she put on corpse paint and a House of Masks shirt.
Yeah.
And
Holy
fucking
shit.
sent me and Richter prints of the
Yeah.
photo.
That's
Yeah.
so sick.
I was
So
like,
sick, dude.
I was like, she asked for my, okay, so
I know, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so I follow her mother
Okay.
because she's like 14 or something like that.
Yeah, I also follow her mother.
Yeah, so I follow her mother, so it's not like some sort of weird shit, guys. But she had like loved like bather when she seen us.
Yeah.
So after we have gotten a lot of times we have gotten people that have taken like people that took live photos of us and they did drawings and they would ask for the address to send it to us or they would post it. And she asked for my address and I just figured that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I opened up this fucking letter from her, and it was a school picture. This kid's school picture wearing full corpse paint, just staring there. And I got a hold of AJ. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? It was the
Dude,
raddest.
we need more kids like that.
Absolutely.
She
That's
didn't
the
give
future.
a fuck,
Yep.
dude. What
Yeah.
a funny fucking kid. And I put it as my tree topper
Hell
when
yeah.
around Christmas time.
Dude, her whole family's super nice.
Yeah,
her,
dude, super nice.
Her mom and her grandma came last year, and they were just like the fucking sweetest people.
I told her mom that I
Sick.
would do some family pictures for them when they came into town.
That's
Yeah.
sick.
If they
Hell
come
yeah.
in for Palefest this
Yeah.
coming year, I'll do some pictures for them and shit.
Super, super nice people. The grandma, I talk to her all the time, and she is just like the most pleasant, fucking
she really sweet?
kind-hearted.
That's
like,
cool.
how can I help? Like, yeah, we just have like legitimate talks, and I'm like, that's fucking rad. Like,
Yeah.
on what planet can you drag your grandma to a fucking horror and metal festival, and then I make a friend out of that? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
cool.
For
That's so
real.
cool.
And yeah, and exactly that shit. Like the stuff, like kids like that can look and see things that you're doing and realize that there is a career there somewhere.
Oh,
No matter what
oh.
avenue, like any avenue there, you can just pick.
Yeah,
and go
by the
with.
way, before we get off of this and go, like, we need more parents like that.
Yes.
And
Dude, for sure.
grandparents,
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah, for
absolutely.
sure.
Yeah.
Be supportive. Be supportive. And
I don't
push
want
that.
to, yeah, I
There
gotta,
was a shit ton of parents
have
there
to give
last
credit
year.
to the people that bring their kids to this
Yeah,
shit. Because,
there was a ton last year.
dude, there's a lot of people like, oh, my parents aren't really into that. They won't take me. I'm like, listen, motherfucker, like, you could be just doing drugs and vaping and fucking and like whatever, but you want to
Yeah.
come to an art show
right.
Yeah.
and your parents are like, no,
Yeah.
fuck off, dude. My parents would call me out of school to take me to Ozfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember I brought this up last time we talked about it, but I remember going to the Pump House gallery of your stuff and seeing kids from out of town standing there with their parents to meet you.
And they're all dressed up and shit.
And they were all
It's so
dressed up and
sick.
shit. And it was
yeah,
like,
man.
like 13, 14-year-old kids and their parents just standing there all just regular.
Yeah. And we
Just
weren't
like-
even shit then. That was rinky dink, man. Like,
Yeah. It was a long
Yeah.
ass time ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, but the parents that had drove them there, and it was like their kid's an awkward kid, whatever, and they're like, no, I'm going to support this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not going to be like, no, you got to straighten your shit up. You know, you better be whatever. Go do this, go do that.
Yep.
No, like seeing that so fucking rad.
so fucking cool.
Dude, seeing that line around 50 West on Thanksgiving the night before.
Dude, we took Sid home at like 5 a.m. And I was like, here, I'll drive you past the venue. Me,
Yeah.
Ben, and Sid. And there were kids in sleeping bags on the fucking
Dude,
handicap ramp.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah. And it was cold.
Cold as shit.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I mean, we talked shit about the Chillicothe not supporting, but there was Chillicothe people that were out there too.
That is true. I will say that.
Yep.
That is true.
There
That's
There
very
are
fucking
there
true.
are most certainly locals that get it and show up to all my
Yeah,
shit.
and they're down
I
as
love
fuck.
it. I love it. Yeah.
Always offering to help and shit.
Yep.
Dude, fuck yeah, man. This shit gets me so jacked.
I love it. I
It's-
love it.
It's so fucking, and like what we talked about on the last time that since we had to scrap it or whatever because the thing got corrupted. Could you fucking imagine? Because me and AJ also were talking about this the other day. If you guys locked in an actual venue to have things on a regular basis,
Yeah.
like obviously having the big fest is like the big deal,
Yeah.
but being able to put on like smaller local shows
Yeah.
that are like more of a DIY aspect in
Yeah.
a place around here,
Man,
dude,
I
you would force your way in.
Yeah,
it'd be
absolutely.
undeniable.
Oh yeah, and then anytime that anybody else around here that aren't supporters want anything to do it, nope,
Yeah.
fuck you. This
No,
is
yeah.
legitimately our place. See ya.
Yeah.
Get out.
Dude.
Step. I get mad.
Oh, pay less shoes, man.
Yeah, pay less shoes,
broke
pay
my
less.
fucking
Than
heart.
Gone. Yeah.
Is it gone? Somebody
Yeah.
buy it?
Integrated services.
Yeah.
Ah,
My mom told me. She works for them. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah, they bought it. She's like, it sat empty for years. I was like, yeah, now that like
Uh-huh.
I want to get the ball rolling on something. Of course, some stupid ass like I don't even know what integrated services does, but it ain't
I'm
cool.
not sure actually.
is
I've never even heard of that band.
yeah.
Name
Man,
3 of their
those
songs.
motherfuckers sold out, dude. I think integrated services isn't that one of the?
It's a city thing.
I
I
thought
think
it
they
was.
help. They help like maybe like disabled people or something.
Yeah, it's
think
either
so.
disabled people or it's.
Like recovering people. I don't know,
Yeah, that's
something
what I
like
was
that.
thinking. Something
wanna
like
say
that.
so. Yeah.
Maybe they'll let us put on a show there anyway. You think?
Fuck yeah, dude.
What's up? Welcome to Integrated Services. Moshing disabled people and shit.
Oh my
It's fucking-
god.
There are a
Should've
couple.
said that.
There still are a couple buildings. Do you remember the? There's a newer like finished pole barn on Main, down next to like the fire station and the laundromat and stuff.
Yeah.
That goes up for lease like every 6 months.
All the time.
That
yeah.
that red one
It's
that's
a
on the left
two-set.
side.
Nah,
There's
it's
one.
tan.
There's one that's. I looked at it whenever we were, I think, getting your place. It's like a pretty big one up front and a big one in the back too. It's 2 separate buildings.
I have no
If you
fucking
pass,
clue.
I've pointed it out to you a handful
I
of
know,
times.
I'm
But if
sure
you
you
think
did.
about going towards Pilots on the right hand side, you pass the gas or pass the fire station. Right hand side, there's a laundromat back there. It's the next building. The one's really, it's kind of pretty close to the damn road. Always
Yeah.
a for lease thing in the front of it.
I just wonder how open that floor plan is. It's probably offices and shit.
I bet the back one is probably pretty open.
Yeah.
The front one, I think, since it has like offices and stuff in it, I don't know that would be, but I think it's got to be probably a deal with both of them. I would imagine.
Well, I think it's gonna happen soon. I think
You
it's
think
gonna
so?
happen soon.
So you've
Yeah.
been talking about it for a minute, like being
Yeah.
serious the past couple
Yeah.
months.
Dead fucking serious. Yeah. It needs to happen, and
Yeah.
the more that shit keeps working out on our own, the
Yeah.
more I'm like, yeah, dude, like that's just the way it has to be.
Because
Yeah.
you'll probably have to upgrade just for yourself in general, right?
Yeah, 100%.
That's what I was thinking too. I bet
Yeah.
there's a lot more to it than just.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, something's got to give.
Yeah.
I mean, something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and we've talked about it a million times that venue that I was trying to get, and it getting pulled and then getting put back on the market.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, I'm not able to lease it now. I have to buy it, but we'll see. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That one actually out there would be sick if it is a 2-part deal, because then you could have so much of your shit in the front and then
Yeah.
Yeah,
events in the back.
Yeah.
absolutely.
House and mask in the front.
I think integrated
Party in
moves
the
around a
back.
lot too. So I mean, who knows, dude? This time next year, Payless could be back up.
Yeah.
I
Could
think
be.
that's the fucking spot.
That'd be so sick,
It
especially
really
being
would.
so open like that.
Dude, imagine driving by and seeing a fucking hardcore show in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick as
Being able to
fuck.
watch it from the outside.
Yeah.
Especially because there was a place right next to it that used to have hardcore
Uh-huh.
punk shows.
The Black Hawk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, and it would just be another
It was just like a
odd
house.
full circle thing. Yeah, it was essentially a house.
I went twice, never went back. Terrified. Terrified.
I've been thinking about that spot too, just in terms of like adult boring shit. I'm like, man, parking on the side and the lot across the street, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is just close enough to downtown to be sick, but it's on like, I think wrong side of the tracks would be the
I love
sickest
that.
name for that.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's right
absolutely.
over the.
I love
For
that.
sure.
Yeah, so that's copyrighted.
Yeah. You can't use it, guy. You're not allowed to say it either.
Yeah, don't say it. It's like the Hollywood sign. You can't even fucking film it. Or I get
Really?
paid for- that dude has fucking royalties on that. So anytime you see it in
Is
a
it
movie,
Gene Simmons? Because he bought like orange juice or OJ or something like that.
stupid.
You can't say OJ.
he's about to put a giant tongue through one of the O's.
Yeah, yeah. He's just like, so here's what we need to do. And it's just like, we need to take this Hollywood sign, but we need to make it, render it in internet, in the, what they call it, the space, the
The metaverse.
metaverse.
Yeah.
And then just post that on the internet.
He's
Fucking
so-
moron. I love Kiss so goddamn much, dude, but fuck.
They are. So
I was nervous to meet him last year, but he was actually super fucking nice.
Really? You
Couldn't
met
believe
him?
it.
I've heard like horror stories.
I believe that there probably are some, and I don't
Yeah.
know if I just caught him in a good mood, but I was trying to just get in there, get the picture taken or whatever, and
Yeah.
not really associate to piss anybody off. And he was the one that was like, fist bumps, man, like blah blah blah. What band are you guys with and shit? So yeah, that was cool.
shit.
God damn it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I love Kiss. I mean,
it's
I
fucking
love
Gene
Kiss.
Simmons. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what it also could be though, is maybe that the horror stories, like how like I talk about hear horror stories from like actors or comics or whatever, they just hate other comics and
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
actors and shit.
And you have to think about somebody who every single day of their life they are in a situation
Yeah.
of a story that can go somewhere else.
That's true.
They're not allowed to have a bad day.
That's true.
there's
not
a
allowed to be
level
an
of
asshole
fame that
once.
is like untouchable, and I think like a Michael Jackson, a Gene Simmons, an Eminem, like
yeah.
there's not a person on the planet that doesn't know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's fucking weird.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, I don't
So-
think we're built to be able to be that person.
Yeah,
Speaking of, I about made this post yesterday. It's weird that we brought that up, but I legitimately think Michael Jackson was overrated. I know that sounds crazy. Legitimately think he's overrated as fuck, dude.
yeah, yeah. To be the biggest artist in the world, yeah. I mean,
I believe that, but he's overrated, I think.
no. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think. I mean, and this is my bias and maybe the time that I grew up, but I think Eminem's a bigger artist than Michael Jackson, or should be at least.
Should be.
So I think I agree with that, but I think that's just by sheer population numbers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
like
yeah.
you know, like you take like Elvis. Was Michael Jackson bigger than Elvis? Yes. Was there more people listening to music whenever Michael Jackson was playing than Elvis? Yeah.
Yeah.
So by sheer
Right.
volume and media and all that, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could call Michael Jackson overrated, but
You know why you don't want to call him overrated, right?
I don't like
You guys
saying
share
that about
certain
mine.
passions that are
oh my god,
Whoa.
dude!
equal.
Whoa, bud.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
You guys love pop music, dude. Like it's fucking.
How insulting.
Good God.
Yo.
That's like calling me a.
Oh, don't.
I don't know, man. That's crazy.
I'm gonna drink some coffee real quick.
I
It's
couldn't
wild.
imagine. I couldn't fucking
Such
imagine.
a son of a bitch, dude. Getting him a heat. He's got all day. He's got shit he's got to do today, dude.
Yeah, I sure do. Fucking.
So on the Palefest thing,
It's so
I
I
know
hate both of you so much. I don't give a fuck. Let him.
So we touched on it last time. I wanted because it was a cool fucking
Oh.
concept. Oh my God!
Really? You're still going? You can't just leave it alone?
No, I can't. There's a cool concept involved in Palefest this year.
It's called Yeah.
Hanging with kids.
Oh my God.
Battle of the Kids. Who's gonna win?
Oh my God! Which
Oh,
one gets out on
Jeez.
we got Drake to be the judge.
Yeah, he's just sitting on his BBL. And he's like 14 feet tall, looking like sitting on the tuffet.
So stupid.
Oh, he's just real tall, ass bigger than hell. He just fucking it looks like he's sitting on a beanbag chair, but it's his ass.
Fucking bounces up on stage like South Park on their
Yeah,
balls.
yeah.
the only part of the podcast anyone remembers.
Yeah.
This.
He's trying to stuff his ass in jeans. Just has to he has to get like a shoehorn.
got zip
It's,
up.
it's like those fucking those videos of girls trying to get the jeans on and their ass just won't let it.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm gonna start coughing. When I laugh real hard, I start coughing.
so
I gotta
gross.
fucking back it up.
So
Oh, so stupid. I love Drake so much, but goddamn, dude, the whole BBL thing is fucking killing me, dude.
back off. I
Saying
love
he
Drake
got a
so much.
BBL.
Yeah,
You gotta be
Saying he
careful.
got a BBL.
Be careful loving Drake that much.
Kendrick's the goat. Sorry.
Yep.
We had a whole conversation about that the other night. So
On that
dumb.
though, there's a cool concept this year. Number one, you changed obviously a theme, new theme every year.
Oh yeah, dude, dive into that
'cause-
theme. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want to talk about that for sure. Because of with it being different, with it being a whole thing, like the way that you guys had talked about getting to that theme. If you want to talk on that a little bit.
Yeah. So the first Palefest idea, the one that we had in the lot, was like Circus of the Dead, carnival type shit, and I don't even know where that idea came from. It just happened, and it was cool, but it only read so well, you know.
Yeah.
And then last year, the venue actually was what gave us the art directive, because we walked into the Elks and we saw the big stained glass windows and we were like, fuck, dude. I was like, imagine the flyer, like stained glass me with like these little Chillicothe embellishments. Like
Right.
the fucking Carlisle building was there and the smokestack was there and shit. And that
Yeah.
turned out fucking sick.
Yeah,
Like
it was real dope. I like
to the
that one
point
a lot.
where we were like getting sick about it leading up to it, because we were like, okay, so if we do it next year, how the fuck do we top that art directive? Like,
Right.
the art directive is the sell for people that have never heard of our shit. Like they see
Absolutely.
the flyer and they're like, what the fuck? So like that was cool, and literally at the festival, Lonnie from the UK was sculpting like a mascot mask, Palefest mascot mask, and it was very like dreamy and like just, it was odd. It was hard to explain. And Bishop was like, oh, yeah, well, he was sculpting that mask, and then also everybody, like, over and over and over, dude, it's like a dream come true. It's like a dream come true. Like, this weekend was like a dream come true. So, me and Bishop were talking. He's like, you see that mask Lonnie was sculpting? I was like, yeah. He's like, dude, dream sequence. He's like, next year we could do Palefest where dreams come true, and we could have, like a dreamscape setting, and almost like those interactive, like, you know, like Meow Wolf or like whatever those fucking places are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's sick, and we can keep that idea for some other time. But I was like, next year's 3, and I think that all the fucking horror movie franchises we love have a 3D, and usually it's the third movie because they, you know, fucking whatever 3D.
They can market super
Yeah.
easy that way.
Yeah, and I was
Right.
like, imagine how cool that would be to do Palefest 3D. Everybody gets Palefest 3D glasses when they walk in. They're just walking around in them for no fucking reason.
yeah, yeah.
and we could make shit that's 3D, and like the artists that are there could do a special paint job on like 6 masks per booth. That's just the 3D version that you can only get there. I was like, such an easy thing. And he was like pretty neutral at first. And we talked to like an art guy, and he was like, nah, I don't think that's the move. And I was like, I got to disagree. Like, I think this is the fucking way to go. And that art dude was like, well, I don't think I'm the dude for you. And it actually worked out fucking perfect, because when he stepped down, we had a friend, Mark Nosler, who did the Thanksgiving art and the original Palefest art. And he is a legit comic book artist by trade. And that's where we took the 3D. We were like, let's just do it a fucking comic book. So like the poster, the flyer will be a comic book, and then your itinerary and your schedule of events and your fucking whatever will be a comic book, and each artist can have their own page in the comic book,
So
and
insane.
blah 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 blah.
So fucking insane.
Yeah, so it just worked out so fucking good. And I remember having the first phone call with that dude about how we wanted the first flyer to look, and I was like so fixated on the live music show. And I remember being in the pit and like looking up at it, and I was like, dude, imagine like, so I'm like drawing with one hand and telling him what I want, and I'm like, perspective of somebody in the pit. There's all these monster kids in fucking monster masks, fucking raging, crowd surfing, fucking,
Right.
you know, horns and shit. And you're looking up at a stage, and there's a band of actual ghouls, fucking skeletons and shit playing guitar. And then me and Bishop are the two-headed fucking vocalists.
That's so fucking sick.
And I
dude.
sketched
Yeah.
it like well enough that I showed him, and like 2 or 3 days later, he had a line drawing, and it was fucking perfect.
Dude, when you sent the flyer to me, because I have a copy of, we had all the bands and like everybody had a copy of it before like he did the announcement.
Yeah.
And I didn't tell you, but I sent it to like my band. I sent it to just a
Yeah.
couple people. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
I was so adamant about the 3D. I was like, this is the only time we'll get to do that.
Yeah.
It's the only third one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we can only do it once. And next year can be when dreams come true or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
And
Because next year you can, maybe if you
Yeah.
have to upgrade to fucking doing like something out at the fairgrounds,
Next
Yeah.
year,
do
40.
almost like a fucking 40, a
Next year,
40.
40 in the
yeah.
metaverse.
Yeah.
The metaverse. But you could do like a whole dreamscape. Like it's the whole fucking thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's whenever you had talked about like the little itinerary and stuff like that. That's so fucking sick.
I
Like,
love it.
and with it being
And that's a
legitimate
keepsake. You'll
comic
never
book-
be able to get that
Yeah.
again.
It
Like,
just
yeah.
keeps, like, everything just keeps, and that's how you can tell that this shit is supposed to happen the way
Yeah.
that it happens. Like, we love Trash Bag Ghost, but he was like, I don't think I'm the guy for you for the 3D
Yeah.
stuff. And at first I was really bummed, because I was like, man, my friend doesn't want to do this. But he was being honest, which I get, because if
Yeah.
there's a tattoo or something that I'm like, I can't do that.
Right.
Just tell the truth. And then that opened the door for Mark to come back in. Mark
Yeah.
fucking killed it. Then the more ideas, because he was the one that suggested comic book, or him being involved was what suggested, because you get 3D, like whatever, but it still needs a theme. So comic book was the theme, 3D comic book, you know, whatever. And then it turned into like the comic book could be the itinerary and the schedule of events and like where people are. But also we were like, we need to stick like vendors in there. They can buy their own page or whatever. And then all these kids that have these books are going to be taking these pages to the people to sign
Yeah.
to keep forever.
Yeah.
It just like everything feeds off of everything else, and it's like it's so perfect.
It's just so sick. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like in comic books and 3D for some reason do go fucking hand in hand, and
Yeah.
it just works out perfect. And bringing him back again, like, and it's not really nostalgic. It's only been a couple years, but like that feeling with that's sick in general.
Yeah.
Having
That's
that
just fucking
forever,
cool.
dude. Having that fucking piece forever. It's like, well, this can't be remade. Never going to happen again. This
Yeah.
is the only time.
Yeah.
People will be fucking years down the road will be carried around like, dude, like this is the actual itinerary comic book from
Yeah.
that fucking event.
And I know how the vendors and bands and shit are gonna feel when they see their shit in there, because I've been in 2 comic books just as like an ad page.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
We need to get a page in there.
so
Yeah,
cool.
we'll have to do a page for sure.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think too that there is so much that we don't know still. You know, obviously. And I brought this up the last time, so there's still a lot more that from the outside perspective, us over here, us 3 don't know yet about what's going to happen, who's booked or whatever like that. So it's still exciting for me,
Yeah.
even though I know we're doing like a podcast episode there and Red Table Praise playing the after show and stuff. To know that there's still more happening that we don't know about.
Yeah.
So it's
There's
exciting
stuff
for
that
us,
even
too.
like if we're talking about, I don't want to know until the weekend.
I kind of don't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of don't
Like,
want
Yeah.
to.
I want
Yeah.
to be surprised by some of it. Even then, I mean, even if I knew about it, I would still be stoked. But
Yeah.
All of
there's
our
some
exes
things,
are
though-
there. That's what
all
the
it
surprise is. Yours, mine, it's Nick's, everybody's. They're all just hanging out.
They're
We're
just
like,
all together, and they're just all just looking.
yeah, like God damn it, dude.
There's-
I'm doing an auction.
There's stuff that I could talk about or like technically could tell that I'm keeping a surprise, but there's shit. It's the shit that I'm like really trying to make happen that I want to. I'm like I fucking want Cancer Christ so bad.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want them so that I'm like harassing them now.
I seen it on the internet.
Every day that
yeah.
they post something, I share it and I tag them and I'm like Cancer Christ for Palefest.
Yeah.
And if that fucking
Cancer
happens,
Christ for Palefest.
Dude.
Keep Cancer Christ for Palefest.
yeah,
Great
go
band,
to Cancer
dude.
Christ shit right now and tell them that you want them to be at Palefest.
Yes, absolutely.
Craziest live show I've ever seen.
Killer fucking band.
Oh my god. Yeah. And that'll be one where we're like, hey guys, no, you probably shouldn't bring your kid to this party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah,
Extreme parental.
extreme.
Not even that. Maybe just 18 up.
Yeah. Yeah, I want Cancer Christ. That's
Yeah.
I've been super fixated on the concert part.
Yeah.
Of, like since last year.
Yeah.
I
I
got
think
to
that just
experience it too.
it really does add so much.
Mhm.
I mean, it does. I mean, it's just like that's the top of the day.
I
Like,
remember
that's-
again, like Bishop was right about the wrestling. Bishop was right about something else we talked about earlier that I can't remember, and Bishop was right about the concert because he kept saying, "We're not gonna have room for all these people." And I was like, "Dude, like you saw Thanks Killing, like people were leaving before Swollen Teeth even got on, and then like the last band had the least amount of audience." I was like, "People are gonna fizzle out, and how many people aren't coming back for the concert that were there for the convention?" I was totally fucking wrong.
Yeah.
That place was fucking front to back.
Oh,
so
dude, nuts.
now that I got to be a part of most of the shows. I got to be a part of the Misfits thing. I got to be a part of the Swollen Teeth thing. And it's like that shit's fucking sick.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's fun. I love it.
There were
Yeah.
so many people in the Elks last year that you can feel the perspiration like on the stage
Mhm.
and the heat from the bodies.
Yeah. Just building
And-
humidity.
Yeah,
in
because
there.
you jumped up there. You were up
Yeah.
there fucking around. You were up there
Yeah.
fucking around. You can literally feel the condensation from people sweating and
Yeah.
breathing
Yeah.
because there were so many people packed into this, to us, a massive place. Didn't look fucking massive from the stage
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that, dude.
The footage is so
It's
fucking
insane
I
to
just
see.
there's a thing where Bather your set ends and it's like the flashing lights, blah blah blah, and it pans from you guys out to the audience and it's strobing on the
Yeah.
audience. It's my favorite shot of the weekend.
It's terrifying.
My favorite shot. It's fisheye. Ben shot it with a fisheye.
Oh, no shit.
So
hell yeah.
sick, dude.
Dude,
Love that shit.
it was terrifying being up there. Terrifying.
And now it's going to be
Yeah, even bigger.
even bigger.
Fucking wild, man. Because like during Bather's set, I want to say we kept the lights on during Bather's set, and we shut them for the Misfit set, right?
Mhm.
With the lights on, dude, and being able to see, I'm just standing there like, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
So the only way I can ever cope with anything is somehow making a joke of it.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, yeah, and I just think back to all the shit. Like, I had my fair share of like stage moments, but like watching Cody go up there and
That was
fucking
so
wrestle with
sick.
you, and Corey coming up and fucking
Yep.
That was
killing the vocals.
fucking killing it. Shipley getting up there and fucking
Dude.
ripping it up, dude.
So sick. I'm literally watching fucking Sid Wilson cut at my event.
Insane.
Like, what the fuck
Fucking
are we
insane.
Uh-huh.
There's a photo of me that somebody took that's sick as fuck, jumping off the speakers, and the only reason I even fucking think that crowd surfing and stage diving is cool is because I watched Sid Wilson do it my whole life.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to do that shit.
Yeah.
So not only did I find out that Sid was recording that and posted it on his thing or whatever, which is fucking full circle, but we go downstairs and we're like everybody's taking their shit off and like hanging out and stuff and calming down. And I showed him the picture somebody had sent me. And he's like, dude, I fucking want that. He's like, I'm going to frame that and hang it in my house.
That's
like, what the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
Like, what
That's
the fuck?
fucking stupid.
He's like looking at he's like zooming in and like it's a motion shot, so like my hands look kind of alien weird, and he is the alien, so
Yeah.
he's like noticing that and like getting all stoked about it. I'm like, what the fuck is my life right
That's
now?
just mind blowing.
What a nice guy.
Oh, dude.
What a nice fucking dude.
So
the best.
sick.
I told Mom on the phone the other day, I was like, because he doesn't know. He knows what he doesn't know, that he sculpted my entire life. He didn't know then. I
Yeah.
never had any contact with him.
Yeah.
So for 20-something years, this dude literally created my life and nurtured me and fucking built me and gave me characteristics and whatever. And he never knew that he was changing my life the whole time. And now, 25 years in, he knows now, but he's still actively changing my life.
And now it's in person, like literally as like interacting with.
And ultimately, this is all a product of him.
Dude,
I mean, Palefest and everything.
Forever fucking grateful for that guy.
Nuts, dude.
So sick.
Yeah.
Nuts. It's crazy. Because when we were talking the other day, I was talking about it's like almost like it. Because we had this like heart to heart out back. Because I was just like, dude, it's like almost like shit like this is not supposed to happen. And you're like, no, but it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, sometimes shit just is. Like it just happens. And I'm just like, oh, you're right. But
I mean, that's
that's
true.
a heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy. Like
It's the time, and we are the vessel.
yeah, it's
And
fucking crazy.
And no one else is going to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone else is
Yeah.
fucking scared, dude.
Because no one else has our experiences. Everybody's, you are your own person, and you'll have your time, and you'll be the vessel, and he'll be the vessel, and like, it's like right now, collectively, us being so passionate about this and having the experiences that we've had through our lives, like, it is supposed to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
And we are the vessel, and it's like,
I think that in going back into what we talked about 45 minutes ago with certain things like, you're not supposed to be here, not supposed to doing this, all that shit, like, I think that's something that ruins a lot of shit is the belief that we're not supposed to be here doing this.
dude, if you weren't, it wouldn't be happening.
Yeah, like, and
That's
you
true.
get convinced of it because of whatever in your life. Everybody in everybody's life is always so down on everything.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, go and work a fucking insurance job.
Dude.
Go and do this. You'll never make it. Well, if nobody would ever make it, nobody would ever do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I supposed to be I'm not supposed to be an actor. Well, yeah, but Brad Pitt probably wasn't supposed to be an actor.
Yeah.
Right.
You
And also, why the
like,
fuck not, though?
yeah. Well, yeah.
You're going to die, dude.
Yeah, I mean, that's
true.
exactly it.
Shit.
I think that we hear it so much that you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Just by people that are losers, probably, that really don't want to go and do anything themselves, so they don't want to support other people doing it.
Nope, they don't. A lot of people are like that, man. They want to. They want to shoot you down because they themselves don't have it in them to fucking do it.
Yeah.
and they don't love something that much.
Yeah.
Literally, we talk about we have this running fucking theme where those people, like the outsiders, like those people, they're passionate about, which it's not shitting on it, but
Yeah.
oh, it's Ohio State football season. That's it.
Yep.
Fuck yeah, Ohio State incredible. Like
Yeah.
they're fucking bad motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They always have been.
Yeah.
Best college football team that has ever existed. Ever. And the people are wild. The crowd is rowdy. Like, and I'm proud that that's our culture.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that are spectators in the sense where they have a whole room. That's
Yeah, they have a room for
dedicated
10
to
weeks
it,
out of the year.
2 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
They just fucking go.
Yeah,
That's their
oh,
thing.
well.
Then after that,
Here's something cool, though, that kind of ties into that, is my uncle is, like, the biggest fucking Buckeyes fan I've ever met, which is crazy to think about because we live in Ohio. And
Yeah.
we know all those people.
yeah.
In my whole life, I never, ever got it. Never fucking understood what was so special about this thing that everybody pretends to like or whatever. And that dude who doesn't get my shit has been the most supportive fucking guy about this. He's been at every event.
Yeah.
He's worked every event. Volunteered to work fucking security, do whatever he needs to do. He was coming to Mask Fest in fucking 2017 to watch my booth.
No shit.
So I could go eat or something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, like, okay.
No shit.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like this thing, like I genuinely, truly thought that he just liked simple-minded shit and was like everybody else. And over the last, 8 years or whatever has been happening, like my love and respect and understanding for that dude has risen so much because you don't have to get it and I don't have to get the shit that you like, and you don't have to get the shit that I like.
Yeah.
But you can see the fucking passion, and you know that you're passionate about something else.
Yeah.
And you just fucking, there's a sense of camaraderie, even if it's different things, because you can tell when someone fucking loves something.
Yeah.
And it's
Absolutely.
rad.
100%, dude. Yes,
Rad.
absolutely. Yeah. That's it.
I literally
That's
feel
it.
closer
Yep.
to my uncle, who's known me
Yeah.
for 30 years now than I felt when I was a kid staying the night at his house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
No, I get that.
Which is wild, but yeah, exactly. I mean, it all kind of changes whenever you start to see that support and that the realization of passion of something, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Hell
It's
yeah.
fucking crazy. Shit's awesome. It's
Yeah.
all awesome.
I
Things are cool.
love life. Like I said at the beginning, even though I was being funny and shit, it feels very good to just be now.
You've the past couple months have been in this really crazy, like, and this is a good thing, but like, it's almost like a surreal, like, I catch you like being like I'll talk to you about certain things that's going on, and you're just like,
you'll always be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Well,
You're just
there's
like, what the
you
fuck?
live it, right? And,
Yeah.
and like I've lived it for like a couple of years now, and everything
Yeah.
gets crazier every year, and you kind of get used to it, and it's like, yeah, like, oh, like, holy shit, that's cool as fuck or whatever. But like, you had me the closest to like crying in the driveway the other night when we were talking about
Yeah.
Sid, because I was like, literally, dude, like, he'll never ever know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could tell him a million times, and he could see a million times. Everything from the time that I was 6 years old
Right.
was about that dude and what he created. It quite literally made me and that's why I don't even get mad about the whole like Slipknot comparison shit anymore, because I know who I am and I know why I am that way, and it is because of Slipknot.
Right,
And it
yeah.
is because of Gwar, and it is because of whatever. And like, yeah, dude, like, he will never know.
Never
He'll
know.
never
Yeah.
fucking know.
Yeah.
And,
And
he's still
and there-
changing me.
And
There
that's still awesome to have it though. Like if someone
Yeah.
doesn't know, it's kind of like
And there's nobody that will know.
nobody will know. It's your secret. I don't even know how much I see it, but I don't know what it's like because I'm that way with certain things. You're
Yeah,
definitely
there's
that way.
nobody that'll know what.
Yeah.
No matter if they know what shaped me, I can tell you what shaped me, but you don't know the level of any of
Right.
of anything in life, anybody else's life, and there's something so sick about that.
It's sick, dude. It's like it's yours.
yeah,
You don't love it like I do. Not you don't love it as much as I do. There's a thing about having that thing that you could be like understanding with other people that love something, but still inside of you, you're just like you don't love it like I do. Though.
Yeah.
yeah,
And it's never a competition, but it's still cool to have that. Like that's my story.
Yeah.
That's my reason.
literally the reason why I'm here right now is because of this
Right.
soul.
Yeah. Dude. It's cool. It's cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And to have him now in your life is like
Yeah.
somebody that's like your friend that you can be like, hey, dude, like, what do you think about? And that will give you like real advice.
Yeah.
Not fucking industry advice, which me and you've talked about a lot. Me and you've talked about a lot.
That's the thing is he doesn't do it like that. It's
Yeah.
not me calling him and asking. It's a fucking 2-hour phone call for no reason. And
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, I just literally learned 5 life things from a dude
Insane.
that has seen everything.
Dude,
Yeah.
hanging out with Tyler that time.
Dude.
Him just dumping this knowledge on me, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
yeah,
We have a side project, which you know about because of specifics, that we're going to be releasing. And the second that Tyler told me that, the next day, I sat there and I was like, and me and Nick talked about it, and we're legitimately doing exactly what he said. We're releasing a fucking single once a month for a year straight.
yeah.
It's already set up to where it's like,
Exactly.
when we do it. Yeah.
I mean,
Just because he said, why not? Why the
Yeah.
fuck not? And he explained why. And me and you were sitting there like, because you brought up the management thing.
yeah, because I brought
Or
that
PR
up, and
shit,
I was like,
PR
I
shit.
don't want this to be a Q&A, and he said it, and I looked over you, and I was like, that's so fucking simple.
Fucking mind blowing. I was just like, dude.
Like that makes so much fucking sense.
Another cool fucking dude that
You guys should get him on.
I would love.
100%. We'll do it.
I would love that.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Once
There's
this
somebody
one
else
goes
that
up- when this one goes up, I'll send it to him, and I'll be like, hey, like, they're kind of like want you on there, dude.
I
Would
talked to
love it.
somebody
He's all
else
about it too.
that we all. Well, there's somebody listening to this podcast that does somebody else's podcast,
Yeah.
and he said to text Matt and have him on. I'll tell you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to let it out,
Know
but
what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
you know,
love
one of our really good fans that listens to every one of our podcasts. He runs a podcast. Somebody else. We'll
Dude.
talk about it.
My brain don't work. You know I don't remember. But it's cool.
Anyway,
dude.
whatever.
It's
But
fucking
anyway,
sick.
yeah. And actually, you know, maybe we shouldn't talk as much about Tyler because I would love, to
Yeah.
sit and talk about all that shit.
I love
because
watching that dude like just shine. He's legitimately like the nicest dude, and it's funny because I've been friends with him for 2 years, and that's not a long time because I've been friends with my friends for
Right.
fucking 20 years.
Yeah.
But in the 2 years and the only like 4 in-person hangouts we've ever had, he's legitimately like my best friend. And I didn't say that, but his fiance Shelby texted me after he got home and stuff, and she was like, "Dude, he had such a good fucking time," and blah blah blah.
That's
blah.
so
She's like,
sick.
It's great to see you guys be best friends. And I was like, I want to call him my best friend.
Right,
Like,
right.
I don't know. She's like, don't worry, like you are his new, and then insert name here. I was like, good, because I really feel that way.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He just gets it.
It was so interesting seeing him come in at first because obviously we don't know him and he don't know us. And he's on a level of he's gonna be careful about who he's talking to and what he says.
But seeing him within a couple minutes, I mean, I'm going to give maybe 6 minutes of the walls coming down. Like
the
once
jams-
he sat down and got comfortable, and then we started talking.
Jams, dude.
I mean,
I'll
telling you,
say-
social
and
lubricant.
jams for sure. That's
Hair
what it
metal.
was. Yeah,
I know that's
real recognizes real.
Right,
Which
yeah.
is a thing for sure. And also, he's from the dirt too.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's from fucking Canton.
Yeah.
He gets it.
Yeah.
No
And he
shit.
punched his way through shit. He went out to LA at like 16
Mhm.
Yeah.
and fucking made it work. And now he's in one of the biggest fucking rock bands ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ever. Fucking massive.
Especially of our time. And I think they're only going to get fucking bigger.
Yeah.
They released that song with Jelly.
I saw that yesterday.
Massive. Fucking massive.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that from a biased standpoint because prior to being friends with him, knew nothing about him, and I can't say that I'm the biggest fan of the music or whatever
Yeah,
it is. I love the camp. I love the dudes in the band. They're all super
Yeah.
nice, and they're fucking smart as fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I told him whenever he was there. I was like, I don't listen to your shit. Sorry. I'm
It's
not.
probably refreshing to hear that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you know how many people are around because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not a true thing, you know?
Dude,
So-
for sure.
Fanboying about other people's fucking shit was such a breath of fresh air probably
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about our love for fucking hair metal and Pantera and just fucking passing the phone back and forth. Literally.
Yeah.
Handing this dude my phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God knows
Talk
what
about
he's
all
on
their-
Show me, yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
That's it.
dude, we're just fucking
Talking about all those guys. And he's like, you guys heard that? I can't believe you guys haven't heard them.
That fucking,
and it's like,
the fact that Tobias was in a hair metal band, didn't fucking know that.
I have a video on my phone. I didn't post it anywhere, but it's all of us and you and Tyler specifically fucking like air
That
guitars.
sounds accurate. That
Yeah.
sounds accurate.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
That sounds
It's
accurate.
cool. I wanted that moment. you know?
Yeah.
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 That's so sick.
Not to bring it back to me though, but I.
But I am the greatest.
But I am.
Dude.
No, I just wanted to say it's bringing it back to me, but in a way to say thank you to all these people that I get to meet and know because I feel like I just know the fucking best people, dude. I don't know how I got so lucky
Yeah.
to like meet and interact and then like befriend these
Yeah.
folks, but dude, Jay, Sid, Tyler, fucking like just these people that I fuck with that are like.
And I'm going to say this. I think it has grown you as a person.
Absolutely.
As the way
Absolutely.
the way that you carry yourself. I think that, see, they obviously had seen something in you to be able to break down those same walls and talk to you as a person. And it has changed how you carry yourself 100%.
Absolutely.
And it has grown you as a person tenfold.
I couldn't.
I mean,
agree
it's
more.
fucking amazing. Like, it's so sick.
I love to hear that.
It's,
You've done a really good job too of like weeding through people and finding the ones that are like, oh, these are like cool people, like
Yeah.
real people.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing to see. You know, you're not dragging around, you know, hanging out with some fucking dickhead. You know what I mean?
exactly.
That's just like, oh, insufferable to be around. Like you don't put up with it. And
That's
that's
another
so fucking
reason
cool.
why I kind of don't give a fuck about like a you know who
yeah.
or whatever because I truly know and can see that these people are good fucking people and I don't think would fuck with me if I'm this big bad fucking villain that everybody that like a dozen people say I am that don't even fucking know me and I can't say the same about I see it with these other people, dude. I've interacted with Alex Terrible a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's all I needed to know. He's
Yeah.
a fucking legitimately nice guy.
Yeah.
Johnny Radke,
Yeah.
legitimately fucking nice. And I've seen situations that could have been shitty.
Yeah.
I was in his dressing room as a dork 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Totally fucking nice. Did not cool guy me at all. We sat there and talked about Ghost, and we disagreed. And not
shit.
once was he like
right,
or anything.
right.
Yeah.
Like,
I saw him
would
walk
know.
off stage with this whole like fire fiasco
Yeah.
at Sonic, and I was like, "Fuck, I better stay out of everybody's way because like they're all gonna be pissed." And I heard him talking to a stagehand as he was leaving, and he's like, like stuff happens, dude. That's showbiz. Like shit happens."
Yeah, if anything's going to be a reason, it's going to be that to be
Exactly.
pissed off,
And
be
he was being
shitty.
nice-
Like, don't
he was
fucking
being
talk to
nice
me.
to a fucking stagehand that he probably won't ever see again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like,
Yep.
and all these people fucking talk shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't even know him.
Yeah.
You don't even know.
And at the end of the day, you know, there are some shitty people that make it somewhere, wherever.
Absolutely.
But the people around here, you know, the people around here that talk shit, they're not going 10 years from now, they're not going to be anywhere.
They're just doing the same.
They're
doing the
not
same
going
shit.
to be anywhere.
yeah.
I mean, it's going to be whatever, settling down, roots here, whatever, do your thing, but you're not going to be on this level. So who gives a shit what their opinion is?
That's true too.
I mean,
That's
you know,
a positive
they're not.
spin on it for sure.
Well, that quote from Almost Famous. Yeah, they'll meet you on the long ride to the middle.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like, That's it. You
good
know.
shit, yeah.
Meanwhile, you're growing. Sky's the limit. I'm not lying about that. Sky's the fucking limit. And these people that are talking shit are not aboard. They're not for it. So whatever.
Fuck them, dude. Seriously,
Settle in an
fuck 'em.
apartment downtown and chill. That's
Yep.
it. See ya.
Doomed.
Dude from the start.
What the
He's
fuck?
carrying some bad vibes with him.
Yeah, no shit.
But anyway, what were you saying?
I don't remember.
Well, I don't know how far it got, if it just went right then whenever I was talking about, the people that are going to be there in the middle.
Yeah.
And all that shit. Like, they're not here for it, so they're going to be chilling, and that's it. Whatever. You keep doing your fucking thing,
Yeah.
and you're going to keep doing your thing regardless. You showed earlier, 10 years ago that you were going to keep doing it even whenever you weren't making money doing it.
Yeah.
So who gives a shit?
You're literally outgrowing the place that you live.
Yeah. And
That's
the thing
not a
is,
small
I'm
place.
I'm
Like-
such an awful person that as I can see that happening, I'm still trying to like, all right, come on, like let me keep this here, let me do this
Yeah.
here, let me get
Build
you
the
guys
community.
involved.
Yep.
Yeah. Build the community,
Yeah.
and they still
It is what it is, though.
weird, man. Fuck them though.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
a real piece of shit.
Yeah, you are. I'm stoked for it, though.
Yeah.
It is what it is. There's a lot of people that are in the corner, so
Yep.
Fuck them, dude.
you have 180,000 followers on YouTube or whatever your Instagram is,
Yeah.
whatever any of that stuff is, and there's 7 people here.
Exactly.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
That's not even a percent.
Just
It's-
yeah, yeah. That's
Never.
true.
All right, you want to wrap it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
dude.
before something else happens.
Good shit.
This was awesome, though. I like this a lot because it was definitely heartfelt. It was
Yeah.
like there was
Yeah.
a lot of deeper shit.
I
going
feel like
on,
the one that got corrupt was a good one,
but it
but
was funny.
we went into details, of course, but this felt like it was just kind of us hanging and talking.
Yeah.
Very
So
natural.
yeah.
Can't thank you enough for fucking always being down, dude.
And I
No,
think
no,
we
thank
should
you
do it
guys.
again. We'll make sure nothing's fucked up, but closer to, we talked about it last time, closer to Palefest, more things unravel, more things get announced.
Yeah.
We'll do that and push it more.
Palefest, November 8th and 9th at the Shoemaker Center in Chillicothe, Ohio.
Follow House of Mass on YouTube and Instagram.
Yep, you'll be able to go to the website. What's the website? It's Palefest. Is it just palefest.net?
Palefest.net.
Yep, you can buy it. Tickets are still going on.
You can buy
right?
tickets. They are limited. We have to cap it because the venue is only so big. Also, you can still sign your band up for the Battle of the Bands. You can still even apply to be a vendor. We're still going over vendors. So a lot of that stuff's going to come to a close very soon, so I would get in on it. And definitely don't fucking skip out on your tickets. I have a feeling like a lot of people are thinking they're going to be able to just show up and
Or at
walk
the door.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There will not be
It
door
ain't-
tickets.
yeah, no,
There's zero chance that that's going to happen. So definitely get them.
Hopefully we see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, AJ fucking good, dude. Thank you, buddy. That was an awesome episode. Thank you guys for listening and hanging out. We're stoked for you guys to hear this one. This is a very, very important one for us. Very big team effort, I believe. We've been busting our ass to try to make this one happen just because of all things that happened. So I'm glad
Yep.
I'm glad it worked out. And again, thank you.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you for being our
Absolutely.
friend
Yeah.
and
Really
everything.
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We love you very, very much. All right,
Yep.
well, this was Crazy from the Heat. My name is Josh Richter.
Cody Daddy.
See you later.
See ya.
That was good. That was really good.